we're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
7, Eagles nothing. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run for the first time now with James White. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Going on the ground, it's White, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Smith, his first carry. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The former LSU Tiger, Dante Jackson, on the stop.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And his throw is incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. And it's 3rd down.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Locke. He's got Lockett. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
That's good.
That'll go as a pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run with White. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's White. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd and 9.
deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing over your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Finding fouls complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Play action. Now it's Locke. And this one is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it's going to be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
It's a big play there for the Eagles. 41 yards. Throwing on first down is Locke. This is White on the screen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll run with White, and this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down. Now White. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. James White, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles are back within a score. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
is upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ball carrier.
A tough run there for Cam Akers, rookie out of Florida State, and while he has some experience in that while in college, remember the Rams' offensive line was inconsistent last year too. They're trying to get better. But while he was in college, oftentimes he would hesitate maybe a little bit too long behind the line of scrimmage, looking for the big run. Here in the NFL, put your foot in the ground, get your shoulders down, and get what you can.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Rams 14, Eagles 7.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
A quick throw outside by Locke. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and
2. Locke's going to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First down, here's White. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a carry for White. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
17-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. That's out to the left flat and complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Taken down at the 14-yard line.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Locke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
You got 3 down.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano.
Field goal of 31-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 56 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. Well, we're used to seeing big plays from him in the passing game. That'll obviously go as a rushing touchdown, and what a rushing touchdown it was.
And you got to think to yourself that this coaching staff has looked at his playmaking ability and said to themselves, why are we just going to throw it to him? Let's double his touches and make him a big part of the run game. That big playability, it was at the forefront on that one.
And he is out of bounds here.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Here's Locke. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him a more conventional way, and it's much more successful.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. From a defensive perspective, they had to exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. That's out to the left and complete. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 33 yards that time. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
They go play action now. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll throw complete to Cam Akers. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So this, not a stat line that you'd expect to see. 2 touchdowns for him now in the ball game, both coming on the ground.
And while it may be unusual, it's obvious they found something that they like on offense that they can use against the defense, and I think they'll continue to go to it until they stop them.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On second and very short, Wilson looking deep for Gabriel. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Taylor Gabriel, 70 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead.
For the point after.
Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2nd and 5 now. Locke. He lets it fly for Lockett. They find some open field here. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd and 9.
53, Mike, it's been a long day for you. 53,
They'll go again here with Akers. And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 24. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Go 14. Check nickel.
There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson dancing to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty...
He's got a man, complete. 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 72 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Locke. Forced out to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kyle Rudolph there to make the grab. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass in the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. Shotgun snap to Locke. Flushed out right. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players. But most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A.
Wilson's
Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. And the lead will grow by one more.
Makes the score Rams 44, Eagles 18. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3. It's 3rd and 7.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike. Go! 55, 55.
Block working out of the gun. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Locke. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
28 more yards.
That's good for 28 yards.
Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
We own it. We own it. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
From the gun, Locke. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
That's right. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm going to run you down.
Wilson gets rid of it quickly. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. This is the tight end Fant.
That's what it is, baby. That's what it is.
LA.
Wilson's pass.
Noah Fant, 41 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Rams 58, Eagles 18.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Locke trying again after the pick six. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check 43. 80 weapon.
Here's White. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The 14-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Block. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Check 53. Go. All day. Check. Run left. Check 53 fly. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
That's to his running back, complete. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Oh, Wilson going to throw. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. They'll look to run with Akers. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Lost man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
65. Eagles 18. Younghoe Koo.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 22 jet bomber.
On 2nd down, it's White. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
To throw on 3rd down. Lock. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
8 yards.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Watch the run. They're running. Look, guys, 4 down. 53 is the mic.
Play action. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's put that team on the bus. Check 52.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
4-yard line.
Check 53. Mike. Check. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Wilson wants to throw it. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's third down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On third down, Wilson staying on his feet, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
A 52-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Eagles.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Drew Lock, sack. Taken down back at the 34-yard line. Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for L.A., it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.